Hello, welcome to JIGS TV Weekly Go News. We meet again and we have news from Japan, from Taiwan, from Europe, and most importantly, the biggest, the most prestigious tournament is the M Levy Cup. So let's talk about this one first. Hello. M Levy Cup is a very important international tournament. It is organized every second year. There are big prizes, and the sponsors, the organizers, are always Chinese. Last time, the winner of the tournament was Park Jong-hwan, and this time, in the final, there are two Chinese players. The tournament started already in 2019. And then normally it should have finished in 2020, but because of the pandemic, there was a break, and only now the final started. M Levy Cup has a lot of participants. There were two participants from Europe, Artem Kachanowski and Ilya Shikshin, and in this tournament 2 years ago, Ilya managed to beat Yiling Tao, very strong Chinese professional. In the final, we can see Miu Ting and Xie Ke. And Xie Ke is just 21 years old. I remember reading an article that this is the first Chinese player who is born in this century. I mean, after like in the year 2000 something, and they were praising him for his Go, for his talent, and they were describing how he managed to get to this level. Apparently, he became professional 8 years ago or something like this, and from then on, he was playing a lot online. He was just playing game by game. Every day he was playing online, and now he is in the final of the international tournament. By the way, in the first round, Xie Ke was playing against Artem, and Xie Ke won. Let's see how the final is going. There were 3 games played so far. Yes, I see. The match is not over. The match is not over, and the next game will be played tomorrow, as far as I remember. So far, 3 games were played, and we will go through all of them. Let's take a look at the first one. The first one was very interesting. It started with Miu Ting going for a big moyo, and then after Black's reduction, Miu Ting attached once and got some stones, maybe some profit, something towards the outside, by leaning on Black's Shimari. Then again he was leaning on Black's corner and took points. So White decided to just take points in this game. Then an interesting move by Black. L15, what is this move? It is a ladder breaker, so later Black went out with the ladder and then goes to reduce White's territory. First reduce from here, then from the top. But then White decides that no, it is in fact, the top is in fact not as big as what is happening on the right side, and then White just decides to give Black a bit more on the top and get more control over the center. However, Black still managed to go into the center, and it was difficult to attack that stone. Anyway, the game was very calm. It was just a moyo game, but not with any big dragon. Black was trying his best to reduce, but it was not easy. And the game, probably at this point, the game was just a bit better for White. But let's see what happened. Black pushed once and then played a move. I guess none of you can guess the next move of Black. Xie Ke played this attachment. So, of course, he's threatening a connection. White decided to not let Black do it. Then Black played an exchange and cut White. What is this? Is there anything working in that white's area? Well, probably black played it because he read something, and after a few moves we saw that a ko was created. But this was a many-step ko, multiple-step ko, and black was trying to take white's outside liberties, but after some moves were played, black still saw there is no chance to win the ko and or get any big threat in exchange, so black resigned. So probably already at this point the game was just better for white and black just tried some trick. Alright, that's about this game. So the result was 1-0 for Miu team. And then the other game, they changed colors, as it always happens in title matches. Now Xieke is black. How did the game go? No, sorry, this is still the first game. Okay. The game started with a normal opening, and then black, instead of just answering white's move, I think this is the classical answer, black just played tenuki, unexpected, and white decided to use it against black. And then black also got something. So I don't know who got better in this exchange. But after leaving on the top, white still reminded black that it's possible to live in that corner. So maybe Xieke was not dissatisfied with the result so far. And later another disagreement between the players happened when white attached and black again did not answer, again played a shoulder hit, then white continued his plan, black continued his. White cut black's group, later black cut off white's group. And it all finished with a ko. This was a ko for both a group of black and a group of white. Black had a ko threat, threatening that black attacks the very big group of white on the left. White ignored, got a big profit. Black tried to attack, and black didn't kill the group, the big dragon. But black managed to kill the corner. So is it enough for black? Well, apparently, still the game was better for white, and after some time black was still trying a crazy plan of attacking white's group instead of securing his own, and then black was just dead, I think, and black resigned. So it was a draw. The result was 1-1. Alright, the third game was, as far as I remember, played yesterday. Again, Miu team is white. And wait, no, I wanted to start from this point, of course. When white is trying to annoy black in his corner, and it worked somehow. White managed to get out with the group, but black got a lot on the outside and also lived on a very small scale in the corner. Who knows how to judge this result. Another interesting moment of the game was when white decided to go out with the two stones, because thanks to the h14 stone, which was played just a few moves earlier, black cannot capture white in a ladder. So then black needed to answer peacefully, and white didn't even plan to take the stone now, no. Later white even let black get the stones, but still black needed to spend two moves on that, so white was satisfied. Afterwards, Xieke tried a combination in white's territory, in white's area, and the combination worked. Black captured white stones, and maybe there is still a ko-aji, but black for sure gained something. But also white got a wall, and now white was using the wall to create a moyo. White created, well, there was a moyo, black invaded it a bit, finished with the dumpling. White got a few points on the outside, and in the end it was just a 2.5 points advantage of Miu team of white. So now the current result is 2-1 for Miu team, and we will see. There is a board for sure, which I forgot to take. And now the result is 2-1, and and we will see the next matches, maybe only one match soon. News from Asia. Judan title match. We were watching it with a lot of emotions because it was 2-2. It was a draw after the 4th round, and it is best of 5. In the last round, Kyokagen, as you can see on the photo, Kyokagen won Nigiri, so he took black stones. And before the game, it was 2-2. After the game, first let's look at the game. Let's look what happened. It was in fact a very interesting game. I think the most exciting from the games we have today. First of all, Shibano Toramaru started with not a common move. Ignored the attachment underneath of black, and then black went through. How is this fight going? Well, we can think of it this way: that white played Hane first, then black kept, and white played elsewhere, so that black can cut. It's very risky for white, but white still decided to go for it. Later, black was trying to attack white stones, but white managed to sacrifice something and then get out. Interesting thing is the status of the group in the corner. I don't know if all my viewers know the status of that group. You really should. This is one of the most important. Sumego in Go. The group can be killed. Locally it can be killed. It could be killed after white secured the groups on the outside. So first let's look at this wedge of white. So white secured the group, and now the group can be killed with this combination. But black didn't care. Black just decided to play elsewhere on the top side. And white also didn't care that much about killing the group. Apparently the moves on the outside are bigger. Afterwards, white finally killed the group. It is also not small, of course, it's a big corner, but black just continued playing elsewhere. Okay, then the next interesting moment of the game is when black played the Hane, probably aiming at the Joseki of this type, and later capturing white's stone in ladder. But white thought, maybe it's not completely obligatory to answer this Hane of black. First, let's make a ladder breaker. White made a ladder breaker and then still went into this Joseki, and black still chose that Atari. This was very shocking, but the first shocking move is the move of white. Instead of playing the normal Joseki, after which I guess black would play Keima and not Atari, because the ladder doesn't work. White played Ogeima, big knight's move. Black played Atari. White went out because the ladder doesn't work, but then black started a fight, and a ko started, in which white also managed to get out with another ladder, but black managed to kill white's cross in the corner. So who knows who is better? You really need to be professional to play such exchanges and be confident that you are not collapsing by doing so. Anyway, the game continued with black attacking white's group and black attacking white attacking black stone, black attacking white's group. And what? Black got out, white got some strength on the outside, but then black had time to get out with the single stone, which was a bit thin before. I think this was satisfactory for black when black just lived, but white saw another possibility of how to continue the game. White cut off the 3 stones of black, and the game was becoming more and more intense. White was just splitting black stones and not letting black connect back, and instead of trying to connect back, Kyokagen right now read that probably it doesn't work and played that hand, which is a bit shocking because then white can just cut. So Shibano Toramaru cut. And what was the plan of Kyokagen? It was sacrificing the 5 stones in the center and then playing this nose Tesuji, which worked perfectly. After this Tesuji, black managed to squeeze white and cut off the group on the top. And this group was very big. White played a few more moves and then resigned. So congratulations for Kyokagen for finding such nice Tesujis and winning the Judan title. And by the way, because of winning this title, Kyokagen is now 9 dan professional. Before he was 8 dan, and now he's 9 dan. And here we can see, oh, sorry. Here we can see Kyokagen satisfied with becoming 9 dan and winning the 2nd title in his Go career, 2nd of the biggest Japanese titles. All right. Another news from Japan is about the 8th Tachiaoi Cup. I'm not sure if I'm reading correctly. This is a female competition, and in that competition there are 8 players taking part in the Challenger decision tournament. Win 10 dan to get 9 dan. Yes. He is. I don't know how it is, Sandman. Do you know? I thought that if you win a few times Shiduan, like a Judan title, a few times in a row, then you become a honorary Judan and you can keep this 10 dan title for your whole life. Anyway, in the Tachiaoi Cup, there are 8 players taking part, and the quarterfinals happened last week. Nakamura Sumire was playing against Konishi Kazuko, 8 dan professional, and she managed to win. Now she will face Nyo Eiko. Nyo Eiko managed to beat Suzuki Ayumi in the first round, so a player who was holding one of the most important female titles in Japan. So Nyo Eiko is of course also a star. Let's see how Nakamura Sumire can manage against her. And in the other semi-final, Ueno Asami will face Kato Chie. And how is it? Who wins this tournament will challenge Fujisawa Rina, the title holder. This is the 8th edition of the Tachiaoi Cup, and in the previous editions, Fujisawa Rina won 5 of them. Before it was called Aido Cup in the beginning, then Tachiaoi Cup, and Fujisawa Rina is just getting the best results there. Let's go to Taiwan, where the Mingren title match is being continued, 1 game every Thursday. This is how the game commentary live, I think on YouTube, looks. So if you know Chinese, or if you don't know but you just want to watch the variations, try to go to Haifeng YouTube. Before the game, it was 2-1 for Xu Haohong, and then Xu Haohong was playing black. Let's look at this game. The game started with an interesting idea of white not answering black's move, but first playing a move which will let him make a good shape. Okay, black agreed, and then just got something on the other side. And afterwards, black was trying to harass white's group, but white cut off black's stones, and now maybe white thought that black will try to just live in the corner, but no, this was not Xu Haohong's plan. Instead, Xu Haohong played this placement and gave away the corner for getting a few points on the side, getting a very strong position, and getting center. So I think Xu Haohong was satisfied with himself. Later the game continued just with the Joseki, and afterwards Black played on the top side, didn't let White make any big moyo with that wall. Instead, White could get something by harassing the corner of Black, but Black was not impressed somehow. Afterwards, Black was just reducing White's area, reducing, and starting the endgame. And after 173 moves, Wang Yuanjun just resigned. And this is amazing. I don't know if you already saw it. Right now I am showing these games from many countries, and among others from Taiwan. And I noticed it already a few times that Xu Haohong is just winning the game like this. Nothing happened. Both players just played moves, and before the endgame started, the other player just admitted that he has less and he cannot continue the game. This is a skill of Xu Haohong, or maybe also a Taiwanese style of play. Very nice, these games are to watch. And so right now, Xu Haohong is winning 3-1, and if he manages to win the next game, he will get the Mingren title. This is the second Mingren title in Taiwan. Second Taiwanese Mingren. There is also a Tianyuan title match going on. It was 2-2 between Wang Yuanjun and Jin Jingting, and then they played the fifth game on Tuesday. There is a game every Tuesday. This is the old game. So let's go to the new one, the one we want to watch. The game started with this interesting move. Maybe for some of you it might still look a bit new. I think this move appeared with AlphaGo 0, or maybe already with AlphaGo Master. And I remember being back then in the Chinese school in Beijing, Gyuhong Academy. And yes, I think these were self-play games of AlphaGo Master. And then the teacher was showing the compilation of the shocking moves from these games. And this attachment was one of them. So apparently it is just a nice technique, which lets White get out. Later, Black played the attachment underneath, and White managed to capture Black's stone, but Black just gave it away, sacrificed it, and got some position on the outside, got out. Basically, Black got out. Afterwards, Black was just calmly making points. White was destroying Black's points. And the next moment when the game became hot was here, when Black played Hane and then didn't connect. Instead, Black attacked the center, so White used it to get a profit on the side, but then Black was attacking the center more and more severely. In the end, White managed to live in the center, but Black still didn't get completely destroyed on the left side and also got some profit on the outside. And afterwards, in the endgame, in the late endgame, Jin Jingting resigned. He just saw Wang Yuanjun has more. Alright, this means that Wang Yuanjun is leading, and if next Tuesday he wins another game, he wins the Tianyuan title. In the Guoshou tournament, the challenger is Lin Lixiang. He managed to win the final of the challenger decision tournament, and he will challenge Xu Haohong. The first game will be played in 2 weeks on Tuesday. Alright, news from Europe. So first of all, the 8th round of the PandaNet Go European Team Championship happened last Tuesday. And maybe the most interesting results are these two. Israel managed to beat Serbia and Czechia managed to beat Poland, which means that the fight for the top 4 is still very close and undecided. There are two teams who are already sure, Ukraine and Russia. They are sure that they will be in top 4. Poland and France need to get points in the next match, and Israel and Czechia have chances to get into top 4. We will see how it goes in 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks. Yes. By the way, tomorrow is the 8th round of the League B in the Panda.net Go European Team Championship, because there is not only one league, there are 4 leagues in fact. So we will take a look at it next week. And for now, let's go to another news. There was a Zolt tournament. It was a online tournament organized by Grenoble Go Club. There were many participants, 54 players, not only from France, but also from Italy, Turkey, Belgium, Ukraine, Russia, and Germany. First place was taken by Nicolas Robichon, 1 dan. Second by Robin Bonjon, 3 dan. And the third place by Sofia Malatesta from Italy. I don't remember the rating of Sofia. Sorry for that. And another news from Europe was a junior match between the team of Jena International Go School and Grenoble Go Club. The players were under 12, they were double-digit Q, and they were playing a game each Saturday and Sunday. It was played in a format win and continue, so whenever a player loses a match, he cannot play anymore, but when someone wins, he is playing against next participants from the other team. And the match was very intense until the last game. It was not known who is ahead, and in the last game, Ole Ville managed to beat Elio Zong Lucero. So JIGS team won, but Grenoble Go Club, of course, also showed a great fighting spirit. Alright, and now we have the interview with the winner of a tournament from previous weekend. We were talking about it already last week, and now we have the winner. Let's listen to Pavel Lisi, 2 dan professional.
Hello everybody, my name is Manja Martz, and today we are talking to Pavel Lisi. Actually, it's the first time we talk to him, and so this is a very unique thing. Hello, Pavel.
Hello.
And we actually have a reason why we have an interview with you. It's not only that you are one of the 7 pros in Europe, but you just won a quite big tournament, right?
Yes, I managed to win the Prague tournament somehow.
Yes, and actually that one was pretty big, and it was that you had actually a lot of strong players there. So who were your biggest enemies there?
Well, altogether there were about 130 players, but the strongest opponents that I had were 2 other European pros, Artem Kachanovsky and Ali Javelin.
Yes, and we already reported last week in our news that you actually made a circle. So you were beaten by one, but you beat another one who got beaten by the third one somehow, right?
Yes, that's correct. I managed to beat Artem in the 4th round somehow, and then I lost against Ali in the last round.
Yes. So what happened, and what was the most scary thing in that tournament for you?
Well, I think I was pretty lucky in the tournament, I have to say, because against Artem, already even before the game against Artem, I played against Lukas Opera, who is like one of the strongest amateurs in Europe, and maybe I was supposed to win the game, but it definitely was not easy, and the game was kind of a roller coaster, I would say, and in the end I managed to win it by. It was a really crazy game. And then later against Artem, it was also kind of a crazy game. I went for territory, he went for Moyo. And
you destroyed the Moyo.
Yeah, at some point he had like about 80 points in a Moyo in the center. And I think he was winning by about 10 points. But I started some call, and he was greedy, and he went to kill my group, and suddenly I destroyed his center. So inside of his 80 points model, I made 40 points.
Wow.
So that was kind of lucky.
And I thought that only happens in my strength being an amateur, but no, this happens also when you're really strong. I see. Yeah.
Yes.
And actually there is really cool news because I don't want to say only congratulations for the big tournament, but instead I also would like to say congratulations because you got a papa just a few weeks ago. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And I think the baby is just a few weeks old. So how are you dealing with not sleeping, but winning a tournament? How is it working?
Yeah, it was actually pretty hard because I agreed with my wife that I will help her all the time with the kid, except when I'm not playing. So basically, I finished the game and I didn't even have time for review. I immediately had to start to make the baby fall asleep. So those of you who have kids can understand how it is. And yeah, it was pretty hard, but maybe it helped me because I had no time to think about other stuff. So
that's the trick. So if you want to win a tournament, just get a baby. That's very easy.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's really, really nice. So I'm really happy for you as well. And yeah, so what would you say, what is your kind of playing style? And if I have the chance one day to play against you, how can I beat you?
I think my playing style is kind of like my KGS nick is called Cheater, and I think this kind of describes my style because I'm not in a way that I would actually cheat, but I like to cheat on the board, I would say. So I'm trying to create complicated stuff and to make my opponents make a lot of mistakes.
I think you are known to really be a big fighter. That's what I learned, at least.
Yes, and I like to play especially Ko.
Okay. Then I can learn a lot from you. So maybe I should really see your games in order to learn Ko because I'm so bad at it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then how was actually the prize money? Are you giving a huge party?
Well, I don't think I'm going to make a huge party, but prize money was pretty good. It was about €400 for the first place.
Okay,
and also I managed to qualify for the Grand Prix final, which should happen in January 2022, because one place from this tournament qualifies there. And also I got 8 bonus points, which can be valuable in the future. Yeah,
that is, I think, the very important point. And from the €400, I guess you can also pay some baby shoes. So, okay, yeah, then I would like to thank you very much for the short interview. And hopefully we will talk to you in the future again, especially because we also would like to introduce our professionals and their career step by step in the future. It would be nice to see you again, or maybe you win another tournament, which would be also cool.
Yeah, definitely, it would be cool. I agree with you, and you're welcome for the interview next time. Also next time.
Thank you very much, and see you.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Congratulations, Pavel. Good luck in the next tournaments as well. As always, we move to the Tsumego part of our Go news. We can see that there was one very difficult problem in the single-digit Q section, the third one. No one found how the counter of white can really work here. It was not easy. This is the done section, and these are new problems. So take a look at these, send us the solutions by next Sunday, and see you next Monday. That's it for today. Bye bye.